This is a collection book that was out, part of a two-part series in 2014. This is called Revealed, and I'm just going to pull up some poems from here and read them for you. This first one is funny. It's called Elephants Carry the World. Elephants carry the world in a line, in a chain. They walk, hold up the earth. And I remember sitting in the passenger seat with you driving down the road, and two elephants started walking down the street in front of us. Slow down. Get out of the way, I thought. And as you started to pull over, I looked at you in a panic, and I said, but I don't have my camera with me. And you pulled over, and the two elephants, one much larger than the other, started walking across the street, and you stopped right on the sidewalk, not 3 feet in front of us. So we both just sat there in shock and in awe until I watched a man from a building across the street come running toward us, slowing down and stopping at the ledge between us and the elephants.
Angela, the offer's ready.
He placed some hard wrapped candies on the ledge, and he said to the elephant, "I thought you might like these," and then he slowly backed away. And all I could think was, how is he supposed to open up candies wrapped in plastic like this? I mean, like, they don't have opposable thumbs or anything. And as if you heard my thoughts, you said, "Elephants are highly intelligent creatures." And I thought, they carry the world, you know. And then I looked over and I saw the two elephants get on large tricycles and start to ride away. This one is called Update 2011 on the Man Who Loved Me. It's approaching the anniversary since you died. But the anniversary of the date we started dating is closer. And though we dated, I never got too close because I knew you'd pass away at an early age.
Wow.
Though I didn't know it would be that early. I never got too close. You told me that you loved me, and I think I hurt you when I said I couldn't reciprocate. I think I felt the way you did, but I couldn't take that final step. But I remember how you said that you loved me, and how you would break up with, and then you would break up with me. And it wouldn't break my heart, of course. It pissed me off, and I knew better, that I was better than you, and that you had the audacity then to actually break up with me. But it's approaching that anniversary now, and all that I wonder now is how many chemicals they used in you to preserve you before they buried you. And I wonder how well your flesh held up after you started to decompose. I'm sorry. I don't want to think of you as decomposing, but I don't want to think of you as dead.
Yeah.
So, do I need an update? Or do I need these memories as it approaches our anniversary? Be happier. This one's called Games We Play. These games we play, don't say you don't know, I know. This game we play, it's written all over your face. No, I don't think anyone else can see it. It's like we're the only ones with the Enigma code, just you and I. But I don't think you're playing fair. You keep your distance, sound my alarm, give me this feeling like the loss of a missing child. You put me on Amber Alert until you come up to me again. You kiss me. We embrace for too long before you leave me again. And when we're together again, we meet in a crowded room. We remain at opposite corners, act aloof. Act like we don't know the other one is just waiting there. So we play this game, almost avoiding each other, until we're alone and we spill ourselves onto each other. And again, we embrace for too long before you leave me again. But all my cards are now on the table. I'm showing you my hand, and no one can see what's on the line. But this game we play, this balancing act, this coming, this going. I'm sorry. Am I the only one feeling this? As we come together and then dart away.
Oh, wow.
It was written about that gentleman that was keeping women
Oh,
captive
yeah.
in. Oh, I think this was written about this. I haven't read this in forever, but it's called Under Constant Supervision. I kept them trapped for so many years. I'd go to church, no one suspected. And then when they got out, they persecuted me. And now I sit here, square room, metal bars. I suppose now I'm the one that's trapped. The single light above glares down at me. And if I get as far as I can from that one white light, my long shadow stretches toward infinity. That shadow of my life seems so long, but I can still see its end as clear as today. I won't complain to them. They'll never know what it's like to be persecuted like this. They keep me in protective custody. They check on me every 30 minutes. But I'm not on suicide watch. If I was, I'd be under constant supervision. I know they won't give me a rope. I'd have to be careful so they don't see that a bed sheet will do, even if it only gives me 30 minutes.
Whoa.
This is called Garretts Lament. This is actually about a nutcracker, but it doesn't say that. It's called Garretts Women. I know I truly belong to her, and I know I can never come to her. She can never claim me as her own. So I am reduced to waiting outside here, standing at vigil year after year, waiting for fleeting glimpses as she walks by. I know she cannot come to me. I know this is a line she cannot cross. That woman with those morals that keep her from me, as my still wooden bones keep me from running to her. I know Bartholomew stands guard while I wait, but he does whatever I say. He lets me go on thinking that she is, I can always think of her this way. He lets me go thinking of how we are truly meant to be. I know it's sad that I cannot be a part of her life, lead her minions in her annual desires to join us together in the world. But I have been hardened by the coldness of time, wherein all I can do in this world is wait for her arrival, even if it's only to see her gaze at me endearingly before she leaves my sights again. If you happen to see me and think you see a tear running down my wooden exterior, know that it is not tears, because my wooden heart has turned to stone, so I could keep this steely gaze as I continue to wait for her. Are you good for one more or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, this one is one more. I heard a song that was about this, and I thought, I have to do something in comparison. This piece is called You've Left Me on Siesta Beach. Got a hotel overlooking Siesta Beach to see you. It was all about sand and sun and fun when we were together. But after spending all night on the beach with you last night, we argued and I screamed at you to leave me alone. And so you stormed away. I couldn't tell if you were defiant or dejective when you left me at 4 a.m. But when I got back to my hotel overlooking the beach, I couldn't sleep. I called your cell at 5 a.m. It jumped to your voicemail. And at 6, I heard sirens, so I looked out my hotel window overlooking the beach and saw that there were lights of 2 ambulances and a crowd circled at the shoreline. My God, I thought, it was just an argument. We'd be okay. It can't be you. And so I grabbed my phone, my keys, and ran to the elevator. I stepped inside and heard two people talking about the unfolding news. I heard, they found a man washed up at the beach. He wasn't in swim clothes, so he had no life vest, so they think he committed suicide. So I ran out to that elevator as soon as those doors would open, sprinting to the beach. And at the edge of the crowd, I dialed your number again, and again, no response. I glanced at the lights and I saw the EMTs in the gurney with a zipped body bag. I ran toward the body bag. A policeman stopped me. I begged. I said, I may know the victim. And so he brought me over to the EMTs, and they said the man had no identification. I gulped. I said, I may know him. And they looked at each other and they told me to be prepared, that once they opened up that body bag, I better brace myself. And then they slowly unzipped the bag, and I looked at his face. He was bloated from being in the water so long. He was pale from no blood circulating. His eyes were wide open. I mean, it's not like the movies where an actor could press their fingers over the dead's eyes and the eyes then stay closed. They even used to put coins over the eyes of the dead in the old days. So his eyes were wide open. I stared back at his vacuous stare and then turned away. I don't know this man, I told the EMTs, and they asked me if I was sure. People look different when they die out in the water like this, they told me. And I said, that's not his eye color. And I walked away. And now I wonder what really happened that day, since I never heard from you again. But nothing happened. It was a what? What happened? Nothing. Nobody knows. Thank you very much.